Over the last 20 years, commodities have gone from a meaningful part of the global indices to almost an afterthought. That raises a simple question. If something disappears from portfolios long enough, does it eventually come back? I'm Matthew Williams of Williams & Associates Wealth Stewardship, and today I'm joined by Jeremy Lin, Portfolio Manager of the Purpose Global Resource Fund, to talk about what he's seeing across global resource markets. This conversation was so good. My guest today has built one of the most decorated track records in Canadian resource investing over the past few years. Today's conversation has two parts. The first is for everyone, and the second is an exclusive discussion for our clients. Jeremy Lin manages the Purpose Global Resource Fund, and frankly, the results speak for themselves. Oh, great. And on the piece around the Global Resource Fund, if we kind of take a step back, I've highlighted to clients in a memo that commodity weights in major indices have declined really over the last couple of decades. And when at the time I'd been writing that, it was pretty much at the lowest that they'd been in a long time. So if we take a step back and we think of a typical balanced portfolio and what we think underneath the labels, what do you think is quietly missing?
I think you're really just missing a lot of potential upside going from here, where I think we're really going into a super cycle where you have many different commodities that's going to work out, and that's likely to work out. And each of the commodities has kind of their own supply and demand dynamics, versus just historically in the past where maybe one or two commodities are kind of the theme of the year. So now we're looking at gold, silver, copper. The energy trade is back, and looking forward to 2027, 2028. Lithium and nickel, they're kind of down the pipe. So there's just so many opportunities within the resource space, and I think any investor should have some exposure to that in today's market. And in terms of how you think about the resource space versus the rest of the market is, it's also a great diversification tool, away from some of the high flying sectors in the past.